Hi everyone! Today I'm here to bring some light into 2025. I'll be sharing 3 predictions on the property market this year, and as a bonus, I'll also be providing a complete list of new launches you can look forward to in 2025. Prediction number 1, a moderate 3 to 5% increase in private residential property prices. So as you can see over here, our private condo TOP supply has dropped from 18k in 2023 to 10,000 in 2024 and estimated 8k in 2025. So for supply dropping, I would say it will be a price plus. Potentially there will also be more than 8k units that will be launching in 2025. However, these units will come with higher price tags and we believe it will set new record prices as well. Actually, 8k is not a lot given the usual average of 12 to 15k per year in the past decade. And then sellers are likely to hold on to their asking price in view of higher replacement costs. So one of my clients' favorite questions these days is, I sell my place, then buy what? Everything also more expensive. Then there will be further easing of our interest rates, which will lighten that burden and improve affordability. I think this one a lot of people can understand and agree, but I think the greater impact will come from the changes in deposit rates. Previously, interest rates for our T-bills and FDs were 3 to 4% guaranteed. Many people were placing their money in these, and currently we're still seeing record high liquid assets in Singapore. So as deposit rates continue to drop to say 2% or even lower, some will still continue putting their FDs. What about the rest? Based on the sensing we are getting on the ground, it seems like many people are coming back to the property market to either increase their portfolio or upgrade their current place. Then there's so much talks about cooling measures, which will pause demand. Lastly, there's also fewer HDB upgraders this year, with an estimated of 7.4k HDB reaching their MOP in 2025. This is the lowest number we have seen in the past decade. And as we all know, HDB upgraders plays a significant role in the private property market. And now prediction number 2, 5 to 7% increase in HDB resale price index. So those who are priced out of the private market, need bigger space or better location, they will be looking at resale HDBs. So Singapore's demand for HDB flats has been very resilient. HDB sellers are also likely to hold to their asking price in light of the record number of $1 million HDB resale flats transacted. Many HDB owners are starting to think that their unit will be able to hit the $1 million soon as well. And I think this is going to be an issue for a while, especially with the new Prime and Plus scheme that was introduced in October 2024. Basically, 10 years MOP and subsidy clawback. This makes the current RCR and CCR flats feel like rare gems, because there will not be any new MOP units released in the next 10 to 12 years. And then cooling measures, of course. Since HDB is a public housing, our government's long-term planning approach for this segment has always been prudent and cautious. If harsher cooling measures are introduced, my prediction of the HDB market could change. For now, our government is doing its best to release more BTO with shorter waiting time. I heard now the fastest is 3 years, but I also heard it's not that effective. Overall, there's a wide spectrum of HDB flats, meaning to say not all will experience the same level of appreciation. So it's important to speak to your trusted agent before planning your next move. If you don't have one, you know who to look for. And lastly, the third prediction. If you understand the fundamentals of our Singapore property market, you know that cooling measures are definitely coming. And what do cooling measures do to our demand? They dampen or delay it, but they don't remove it. The aim is to prevent prices from spiking too quickly so that we can all experience steady growth and lesser heart attacks. Between 2009 to 2013, there were 8 rounds of significant cooling measures that were designed and implemented to eliminate speculation. It was very successful, and the more effective ones are the introduction of TDSR, ABSD, and LTV. So for 2025, I'm guessing one of these would happen. First one, TDSR reduction from 55% to 50%. By the way, TDSR is similar to MSR that's being used to calculate HDB loans. And let me illustrate an example to show the effect. With a 55% TDSR, a 35-year-old person earning 10k per month will be able to obtain a maximum loan of 1.125 million and buy a $1.5 million property at 75% LTV. If TDSR drops to 50%, the maximum loan would decrease to 1.016 million, and this person will only be able to afford a $1.355 million property at 75% LTV. This has a similar effect with higher interest rates. So the past years we have been having natural cooling measures from the Fed. And the second one, reduction of LTV from 75% to 70%. So currently Singaporeans' median budget for property is around 2 to 2.5 million. Using 2 million as an example, the down payment will increase by 100k. But here's the thing, both of these cooling measures will not stop the reach, especially those with parental support. So government got to be very careful when designing and implementing these cooling measures. It can't be a blanket policy, but should involve more selective adjustments and tiers. Regardless, these cooling measures will lower the return on equity for investors. And finally, the bonus section. But before I continue, could you help to support my humble YouTube channel? I spent the entire New Year's Eve and New Year preparing, filming and editing this video. So it would mean a lot to me if you could help by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Okay, so these are the new launches for the first half of 2025. And these are my top 5 picks for investments. I excluded EC because most people are not eligible. If you are, please just go for it. Also looks like we are in for an exciting February with 3 out of 5 of my top picks happening at the same time. Don't get too caught up with your CNY celebration if you are planning to get one of these launches. You need to speak to your trusted consultant and prepare ahead. If you do not have one, do reach out to me at this number so that I can help you with your property planning journey. For the second half of 2025, I've put out all the land sales that occurred more than 15 months ago, so this list should be fairly accurate unless something unexpected happened and then developers all decide not to launch anymore. And here are my top 5 picks in bold for the second half of 2025. With Zion Parcel A making it to the top 3 among all the new launches in 2025. I'll be going in depth on these 10 projects and ranking them in my next video. So make sure to subscribe to be notified when it's being released. See you in the next one. Bye!